career in gaming, there are two main professions that people look up to. One is being a esports player, those who play tournaments and win competitions, and one is the streamers, like people like me who just create content around gaming. So people only know about these two jobs, right? Because they are on the forefront. They're on the social media. But gaming industry is a huge industry. You don't necessarily need to become a streamer or a professional esports athlete to have a career in gaming. Like there is so much you can do in gaming right now. And I know there is lack of information out in the market because the people who are working in the industry, they are not verbal about it, but there is lot of jobs. Like for example, if there is a, BGMI tournament, there is a caster who can do commentary on the tournament. There are event management companies, there are cameraman, there are photographers, there are so many things involved in gaming industry. There are game developers first of all. So if someone is good at coding, someone is a good engineer, he can take up game development. So there are so many jobs. So one person doesn't necessarily have to have a mobile or a PlayStation to start a career in gaming. Gaming is
I mean, but as a gamer, I mean, the
yeah,
person
if
who
someone
wants
actually
to
wants to
play
become a,
games.
yeah, so if someone wants to become a streamer or a creator, I think mobile gaming is a way to go initially.
Yeah. But what happened there in the Indian gaming community is that mobile gamers are still more than the PC gamers. So what's your take on that? Being a PC gamer?
Hmm. Interesting question. Actually, I get your question. Like the amount of mobile player in India is like crazy. Like mainly dominated by two major games like BGMI and Free Fire, which is now
Yeah,
temporarily banned, I think, in India. So my
yeah,
take on that is simple. Like we as a country we have come a long way. I think mobile gaming, when it comes to mobile gaming, India is at the forefront in the APEC region, that is a Southeast Asia region.
yeah.
I don't consider myself as a PC gamer or a PlayStation gamer or a mobile gamer, even though most of my current live streams are mainly PC games. So my take on is that as long as the number of gamers are growing, no matter which genre it is, I think it's good for ecosystem in general. Because now since it's my profession, I look at from a business standpoint. Like the more the gamers, the more the user base, and the more the user base, the more there is money flowing in into the gaming industry, which ultimately leads to money flowing into the economy, So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that there are more mobile gamers.
So according to you, what do you, I mean, do you prefer to say that the mobile games should just level up? Like most of the people use mobile games as a casual way, but what's your take on like more people taking it more taking mobile games and more seriously? Like since after BGMI and these big events happening all the time, so this is this really good for the gaming community?
Like mobile gaming.
Yeah, mobile gaming as in general.
Yeah, so like I want to like clear a myth. I mean, I also had this myth like when it comes to gaming or streaming, I think the myth is that mobile games get much more views on platforms, streaming platforms. But yes, definitely if you're a PC gamer, in terms of viewership, your viewership will be less than mobile gamers. But if I'm not talking about content creation or streaming in general, but actually it's not impacting anything. Like the more the mobile gamers, the more it's good for the gaming industry. So yeah, my first point is that the more any game, like be it PUBG Mobile, Candy Crush, whatever game it is, as long as the number of gamers are increasing on a yearly basis, it's just good. And there's no harm in
It's
that. There's no harm in that. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
So,
harmless
uh,
business.
so which setup would you prefer, a mobile or a PC for gaming?
Like I mean, what setup I would prefer for like starting to stream, or like in general, what games I prefer.
Both. I mean, if I
Uh,
mean,
I'm
what do you prefer for a person who's starting to take I mean gaming as a career, and like for him is mobile gaming a more cheaper option than PC, or any console?
So basically, like I think if someone is looking to start a career in gaming, so I'll clear one more myth. So I'm going to clear a lot of myths today. So like when it comes to career in gaming, there are two main professions that people look up to. One is being a sports player, those who play tournaments and win competitions, and one is the streamers, like people like me who just create content around gaming. So people only know about these two jobs, right? Because they are the on the forefront. They're on the social media. But gaming industry is a huge industry. You don't necessarily need to become a streamer or a professional esports athlete to have a career in gaming. Like there is so much you can do in gaming right now. And I know there is lack of information out in the market because the people who are working in the industry, they are not verbal about it, but there is lot of jobs. Like for example, if there is a BGMI tournament, there is a caster who can do commentary on the tournament. There are event management companies, there are cameraman, there are photographers, there are so many things involved in gaming industry. There are game developers first of all. So if someone is good at coding, someone is a good engineer, he can take up game development. So there are so many jobs. So one person doesn't necessarily have to have a mobile or a PlayStation to start a career in gaming. Gaming is
I mean, but as a gamer, I mean, the
yeah,
person
if
who
someone
wants
actually
to
wants to
play
become a
games.
yeah, so if someone wants to become a streamer or a creator, I think mobile gaming is a way to go initially.
Yeah, yeah, it's much cheaper and you can,
Yeah,
get into the scene very quickly.
yeah,
So
it's
yeah, Chumla is gonna continue the next question. And you had something to say? You were saying something. Uh, Subhashish, you were
hmm.
saying something.
No, I think mobile is accessible. Everyone has a mobile. Like last day, I was traveling. When I was traveling last week, like orbit area, like a guy was playing Free Fire. So the amount of people that are into mobile gaming nowadays is crazy. Like it's crazy. Like starting from a guy who is doing a job to a security guy staying in
Yeah,
front of a hotel. So everyone is a gamer, I think. So it's huge.
yeah, it's in the country. So yeah, Achumla.
Okay, which was the first game you played that inspired you to be a gamer and like with the motivation that yes, I want to be a gamer and earn from gaming.
I mean, I didn't get into gaming to definitely not to earn money, but like one of my favorite games back when I was actually a gamer and I didn't think of it as a profession was that Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed. So these are I mean, Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite games, and that's why my page's name has Assassins attached to it. So I would definitely put Assassin's Creed on the list. It's a PC
Oh,
game, yeah. And
okay, so when you start gaming, did you like first started from mobile phone or like you went directly into PC gaming?
So when I started gaming, so back then there was nothing called like any platform. Streaming was not a concept back then. So when I started gaming, I started playing on cyber cafes. I went to cyber cafes. So it was mainly PC. I started playing on PC, but I started streaming uh, mobile games because that was when the Indian gaming community got the boom from PUBG Mobile, right? So yeah.
Oh, okay. So, would you prefer a multiplayer or a solo while gaming?
Okay. So I prefer both, but currently I'm more focused on single player games because nowadays I'm more chilled and relaxed on my live content. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
So,
Hey, okay, okay, Achumla, you can continue. Ask,
continue.
Aishal? Ask the question. Okay. Shivashish, I looked into your Facebook and you have like 400K followers. I mean, you are doing quite good. I mean, like the amount of people you have, people that have subscribed to you. Can you tell us insights about the entire streaming business and how it goes around? And why don't you stream on Twitch or any other platforms? Because is it because Indian people don't know much about Twitch like more, like the people in the West, or is it because the Indian market is more reliant towards Facebook streaming or other platform streaming gaming games?
No, I think there's nothing
For
like
you?
that. I think it depends on the creator. Like Facebook has some of the biggest creators like Nas Daily and Jay Shetty. So they have repeatedly told in their podcast that if they started creating content on other platforms like YouTube, they would not have become famous as they have been. So I think it depends on the creator which platform clicks with his content. For me, it was Facebook Gaming. That's why I stuck with it. Nowadays, I'm slowly diversifying. But talking about the Twitch thing, yeah, Twitch is definitely not popular in India because we don't have servers over here. And it's a more hardcore gaming oriented platform. Yeah, definitely. But there's nothing, no particular reason why I'm streaming on Facebook. It's just it clicked with me, and I'm much more comfortable over here.
Okay. Thank you, Shibashis. Okay, Achimla.
Uh, uh, During your gaming profession, were your parents supportive? Like, or did they like support your career as a gamer?
So like I've told this multiple time on the public domain. Like I don't think any parents. I mean, things were different, much different. Like people didn't know if gaming could become a career. Nowadays there are so many popular creators on multiple platforms. So people have somewhat of an idea. Even I think on 24th June tomorrow, PUBG there is a BGMI tournament that is going to be broadcasted on TV Star Sports. So we have definitely come a huge way. So if I mean, coming back to your question, no, I didn't get any support from my family when I started gaming or taking gaming as a profession. But things have now changed. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
obviously.
It was a tough
now.
phase. It was a tough phase back then. And also, like at the age of 19, I dropped out of college. Not to pursue gaming, but I dropped out of college. So it was a double pressure on me. So yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so now your parents are they still opposing or like they are a little supportive comparing to the previous years when you started gaming?
So like now they actually don't care because one of the things I tell to all the people, those who follow me on Instagram also, on Instagram, my ID is Learn with Shiba. I make like educational content or in content on investing in stock market, etc. So I always tell people that if you want to pursue your passion in any industry, take 1 year off, show your mom and dad that you earned some amount of money. It can even be 100 rupees, doesn't need to be big money. So middle class family, our parents, they understand money. As long as you can show your parents that you can make a living or some amount of revenue from your passion, I think they will be willing to support you indirectly or directly. It's tough, it's not as easy as I'm saying, but it's the only way to prove your parents that there is money in your passion. And this is not about gaming, like any industry, it's applicable for any industry. For me, it was a little bit easy because I was always a little bit outgoing towards my parents. I dropped out of college. Obviously, no one was happy, and also I was good at studies. It's not that I hated studying. I was good at studies, but I just dropped out. So yeah, it's scary. It was a scary moment in my life.
Obviously,
Okay, so you
anybody would.
believe that like you becoming a gamer would have like made like a bigger future for you?
No, actually, no. I didn't drop out of college to become a gamer. That's the funny part. I didn't even hope for anything like this to happen. I mean, even today, whenever I think that I literally make money from gaming, it feels kind of strange to me. So it just happened, like things just happen. I think I was at the right place at the right time. I took the right decisions at the right time, and obviously hard work for the last 5 years. So yeah,
So,
but I did not get into gaming to earn money because there was no money back then in gaming.
obviously. So, Shivashish, my question and my next question to you is that is becoming a gamer a bit easier in Western countries than compared to India, or since the level of games that are being played in the West are very high and most of them are PC or PlayStation games, so being a professional streamer there is hard. So, which one do you think?
I mean, actually, it's actually the reality is actually a little bit different. Like, if someone wanted to drop out of college in India and pursue gaming, versus if someone, let's say in London, wanted to drop out of college and pursue gaming, the amount of uh, anger they would have caused their parents is same. People in Western countries also don't want their kids to pursue gaming, and that is crazy because we think that Western countries are developed, which they are. But when it comes to gaming, it's still a new area, and when it comes to becoming a streamer in the Western countries, it's definitely much more difficult. but also there are much more opportunities in the gaming industry outside India. So I think the risk to reward ratio is perfectly balanced over there versus India, because in India the population is more, the opportunities are less, and the competition is very high. Like nowadays, like if I dropped out of college today, let's say today I drop out of college and I wanted to pursue gaming, yeah, maybe I had to give 5 years of my time to make some living out of it, but the amount of hard work I have to give right now is like crazy. So yeah. So it's
So
definitely
it's
difficult at this
it's
moment in
it's
time. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of hard because competition is really high in the gaming industry and
Yeah.
spots are less.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
What
over to you, Achumla.
what are the type or like are you focused only in one game, like
No,
one game genre?
no, previously like gaming or streaming, nah, like for me at this stage or for any creators on Facebook, I think I think we the old creators at least who have been around for plus years, like we don't see streaming as streaming nowadays. We see streaming as a business. So whatever game works on the platform, I stream that, and I don't stick to one game. Like I'm nowadays I'm playing Uncharted, Last of Us, Valorant, any game that like works, you know. So yeah. But in the beginning, it was definitely focused on one game. Like let's say GTA 5. I used to play GTA 5 a lot. I used to play PUBG a lot. PUBG PC also, PUBG Mobile also. So previously it was one game centric, but now I have grown my audience, so I'm just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what game do you prefer though? Yeah, though there are many games to play. Which one? Which one game is that like? Is your favorite?
Like now what game I am playing the most? Like can you repeat
I
your
mean,
question?
I mean like which is your favorite game out of all the games you played?
So like as I told before, like Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite games till date. So yeah, and nowadays like to be very honest, like whenever I'm done streaming, whenever I'm done being live on Facebook, I barely get any time to play games. So nowadays I just play games on stream, and after that I have zero time. Like I'm the furthest away from gaming whenever I'm off screen. So yeah.
I feel like streamers are the people who don't get to play games the most
Yeah,
because
so
you guys
so
just do it
yeah,
for
now I don't play games for my fun or enjoyment. I just play it as a profession. So off camera, like I don't even think about games. I don't even have conversation about games. So yeah, because I don't have free time to
so
play games. That's the thing.
okay.
But Assassin's
So
Creed is
talk
my favorite game. Till that.
okay. Yeah.
It's
So
a
talk.
like
Okay.
so
Hmm?
the game which is your favorite. It's a multiplayer or a
It's a
solo
story.
game.
It's a story mode game. It's a story mode game. Single player. Yeah.
Uh, okay, so what are the mental tolls on being a streamer? I mean, there must be a lot of mental pressure on you
Yeah.
being live on stream and taking criticism. I
Yeah.
mean, there would you would get a lot of criticism, and
Yeah.
uh, obviously because that has to go with your name as well. I mean, you definitely get some
No,
kind of hate because of
actually,
your username, kinda.
no, actually, that's the fun part. I think Facebook gaming as a platform, it's not that toxic, which is a good thing. I used to
Yeah.
get hate whenever I used to lose chicken dinners, but I think people kind of enjoy my name. So that is something which I did not get hated, and that's why I can comfortably work with brands. And I'm also official partner of Facebook Gaming. So like I don't think that there is any issue with my name, because I kind of used to represent my personality, used to uh, resonate with my pages name, because I was naughty in my gameplays, in my commentary, and I've told this repeated times. The reason why my page name is the Turkey Assassins is because Turkey used to represent me back in college days, the personality, and came from the game Assassin's Creed, which is my favorite game. So that's why the name Turkey Assassins. But I think Facebook Gaming has one of the like positive, not I mean neutral communities, I would say. So they are more focused on the video rather than like commenting and saying you are this and you are that. And that is coming back to your question, why did I stick on this platform? This is one of the reasons, because it's much more comfortable. It's not highly criticized as other platforms, because in other platforms you can be highly criticized for your gameplay or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
So is there any mental tolls on being a streamer? I mean,
Yeah, I
there
mean,
would be,
I,
right?
I mean, definitely, like, just like in, like, this is a very, like, high risk, high reward profession, and just like in any profession, there are a lot of uncertainties, when it comes to viewership, when it comes to brand deals, etc., etc., etc. So the amount of mental stress is definitely high, and I think those who came into content creation, no matter how small or big they are, they have to undergo that mental pressure. Yeah.
Okay. Over to you, Achumla.
Okay, what were the like initial hurdles that you faced when you like started your journey in gaming as a professional
Hmm.
gamer?
So like,
The difficulties.
so like just like any middle class boy or girl out here in India, like I literally live in a village. Not village. I mean the place of the name of my place ends with the name of a village. So back then, 5 years ago, it was not that much developed. Like be it internet or be it my computer, I didn't have a proper computer. So I went to cyber cafes. I saved up my money. So let's say my mom gave me 20 rupees for college, so I had lunch for 10 rupees and I used to save the 10 rupees. Remaining 10 rupees, I used to come back home and rent out a PC from the cafe, and used to stream, not stream, I mean play games on the cafe. After that, I somehow managed to convince my dad to give me a PC. It was not a great PC, but it did the work of doing some basic streaming. So there were a lot of hurdles. The main were the PC and internet. Internet was a huge hurdle. Like it was the biggest hurdle because when it comes to streaming, you need a very good internet connection. So yeah,
We can get the internet thing because both of us are from Northeast. So yeah.
yeah. So yeah, still like I was traveling in Darjeeling. So for 7 days, I did not get good internet and I couldn't do my work. So it was hectic.
Yeah, it's it's bad. It's bad. It's bad in Northeast, man.
So
So yeah.
I've seen like streamers getting tipped like a huge bunch of like amount money. Like does it I'm just saying, has anything like that ever happened to you like personally? Like a person giving you a huge tip like for you to like
Yeah.
Acha, you mean donations?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
a huge amount.
yeah, definitely it happened to me during during my PUBG Mobile phase. So I used to stream PUBG Mobile. So back then, back then there was very less creators. Like there were only I think 12 creators from India. So whenever you have less creators, you have more viewership. You know, it's like a supply and demand thing. So back then, I don't remember the amount. It was I think it was 12,000 stars. So 12,000 stars is equivalent to 10,000 11,000 rupees. So that was during my PUBG Mobile streaming career days. So yeah, that was
Which platform was it? Which
Facebook,
platform
Facebook,
was it?
Facebook only.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
stars. We have
Okay, got it.
stars. You can donate stars. It's
Okay.
like super chat on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. It's like super chat on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Okay. So, Sebashish, I mean, who's your idol? Like, I mean, whose work do you
Hmm.
look up to?
So like,
Like, as a streamer.
So nowadays I don't have any idols, but when was a gamer, not a streamer, I used to follow Shroud a lot. So yeah, Shroud. He
Okay, you
used to,
like
yeah.
his content.
Yeah, he
So,
not like
and
he is you. He's a hacker in a person. Like he's a aimbot. So he used to play PUBG,
yeah,
Counter Strike. So everyone knows about Shroud. So Shroud was definitely someone I used
yeah.
to watch back in my college days, and I used to think that he's playing games and he's showing his skills. Why not I do the same? Although I am nowhere near him, but I can still show my gameplay to the audience. So yeah, Shroud was a creator I used to watch. I still watch him sometimes nowadays. Yeah, whenever I get the time.
And what is your take on other streamers such as, I mean, there are a lot of great streamers from US, I mean, who are creating a lot of content on YouTube. I mean, like Moist Critical, Modest Pelican. What do what is your take on them? Like, are they taking the gaming community with them, or they should just stick to their commentary genre?
I mean, you are talking about Indian creators or like Western creators because I like I mean Western
Western
creators. I
creators.
mean Western creators. I mean Western creators are definitely taking their community, which is not our community, right? So, like I definitely can't comment on that, but I don't follow them that much to be very honest. That's the thing. So I need to have more information to have clarity. But I think when it comes to India, I can definitely say that we as creators collectively on any platform we have definitely taken it forward. Brands, creators, players. Yeah.
Oh, so Chumla, do you have any questions left?
Uh, which was the game you thought that you would like it but actually hated it? Is there any game?
Oh man, GTA 5 man. I used to play it
Come
on.
on, come
No,
on,
no.
come
I
on.
mean, whenever you play a game every day for 365 days for 4 hours, it becomes repetitive and boring, right? So but I used to do it because we as creators we have to maintain views, etc., and it's same for all creators. So that the game is good, but I hated streaming it. Definitely. I mean, if I have to generalize the answer, any game that I have to stream for views and which I'm not enjoying, I hate it. I mean, every creator hates it. So yeah, and this is something which audience doesn't understand.
That
And for example, let's say,
that is kind of very controversial thing to say. I don't like GTA 5.
uh,
That's
Popular game, like everyone likes it, but you hate it.
yeah,
Like
because
like
yeah,
that.
that's the thing. Like, I'll make it simpler for people. Imagine you're having chicken biryani every day. You won't like it, right? Even though chicken biryani is a good dish. So that's my outlook on that.
yeah. At least we're getting to eat chicken biryani every day. That's better than having dal bhat, man.
I mean, Dalvat has its own characteristics, man. So yeah, that
Yeah,
I mean that's the analogy. Like, yeah, anything if you play for a long time, it becomes monotonous. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
You know, like
get it.
I didn't hate the game. I hated the process of streaming it regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
You
you
didn't
have
like the storyline, right? GTA
Yeah, and
GTA
no,
4 storyline was quite.
we used to play mods, like we used to do modded content, like
Yeah,
so that was because people loved watching that entertainment. Yeah,
yeah. Cool.
because how,
so have you crush on a video game character?
huh?
If you ever have you ever had a crush on a video character?
Man, okay, I have to think. Honestly, I didn't have a crush in my college life also. Like I liked people, but I didn't have a crush. I mean,
No, actually, I mean,
yeah,
mhm.
no, I know. Like talking about video games, like if I talk about my favorite character, like recently in my this late phase in my life, I really loved the game Horizon Forbidden West. It's a PlayStation game. So there is a character called Aloy. I really like her. Yeah.
Have you tried Genshin Impact, which is recently
Yeah.
popular?
So Genshin Impact is really popular. Like it is a mobile game, right? Mobile and PC, and I think it's available on all the platforms. Played it, but I didn't play it that much to have a crush. But I know the characters are kind of cute because they are anime type characters.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have one last question for you. I mean, this movie came out, right?
Hmm.
Brahmastra, in recent times, like its trailer came out. So,
Yeah. I
what do you
saw it.
think?
I saw it last. Like it
Yeah,
is done by Ranbir, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Ranveer Kapoor. Yeah, so I mean, the visuals looked phenomenal, right? So, do you think that this is gonna bring a new genre to the country of, I mean, comic books like what Marvel is doing in the West,
I mean, everyone is
or there's
discussing
a
that.
long way to go for it? I mean, they have set up in such a way that they can have a different cinematic universe of different characters, right? So do you think that this is gonna bring a change to the Indian movie industry and VFX as well, because more people are gonna get employed
I mean,
being from the same industry? It's
I mean, you're correct, but I think we have to actually watch the movie whether it is as good as the trailer, because creating a trailer, 3-minute trailer, is very different from creating a 2-hour movie. So we have to see whether the movie is anywhere near the Western Hollywood VFX movies. But it looks promising. Yes, it will definitely open up more jobs in VFX. But I think when it comes to changing genres, now the trend is not Marvel movies. Now the trend is South movies. So people are more reactive towards South South industry. So southern movies are going to dominate in the next 5 years. After that, maybe movies like this Brahmastra is going to take over. It's going to take some time because Bollywood is in a bubble. Uh, they better realize it sooner that they are losing their market dominance. So, but yeah, it will take some time. I'm not too hopeful that it will compete with Marvel. Yeah, I mean definitely not.
Okay. Okay.
I
Thank
got
you, Shiva. Okay. Chumla has another question for you.
your
Chumla.
opinion. Have you heard of the game Mobile Legends?
Yeah, yeah, Mobile Legends definitely like so one of the fun things about streaming is that I get to meet creators from other countries, especially on this platform. So most of my friends from creator friends from Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, Mobile Legends is very famous over there. So yeah, I've definitely tried that. Yeah, I didn't stream it that much, but I have heard about that game. It's
So,
very
do
big.
you still play that, or have you like stopped streaming?
So Mobile Legends I don't play that much often to be honest. Because every streamer has a genre. Like for me it's more action, adventure, shooting games, shooter type games. So yeah. And Mobile Legends is like a strategy MOBA, it's a multiplayer uh game, right? So
Okay, Shibashis, thank you for giving us your time.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I
definitely, man.
hope
It
we
was my
can.
pleasure, man, talking about gaming and coming back to the point whether gaming is a sustainable career or not. I think the answer to it would be anything I think is sustainable. It doesn't need to be gaming. Like I think anything, any industry, any profession can be sustainable, but you just have to be laser focused on that and yeah, and plan and take decisions, take decisions properly. Yeah.
You should take right decisions at right time, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. And like you have to grind. For
Yeah.
example, I told like yesterday I traveled for 14 hours, 15 hours, and then I had to stream for 4 hours. So I necessarily did not have to do it, but I did. So those are the sacrifices you need to do to make something sustainable in the long run.
Okay.
One last question. So, where do you hope to see your career in 5 years?
So my career has already like I have already transitioned from like nowadays people know me as a gamer streamer, but I have already transitioned from that. So now like I am already into the startup ecosystem. So I have plans of maybe opening my own company or co-founding my own company in the future. So it is going to take a long time because I'm on my own entrepreneurial journey right now. So I'm transitioning from streaming. I'm still going to keep on streaming, but maybe in the future I'll do something else. It might be in other industry. So like I'm not currently actually focused on streaming, even though that's how I made a career or living. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, Shivashis, thank you for giving us your time
Yeah,
and like
definitely, man. It
it's
was, I really enjoyed.
it was yeah
I
it
wish,
was
I
really
wish, I
enjoyable
wish,
to talk.
I wish I had my normal setup from my camera, etc. We could have done it in a
It's
much
fine.
better way.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You did a lot for us. Thank you so much.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. Looking forward
Okay.
to
Let's
seeing the final output.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Mm.
We'll send the draft to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure, man. Have a great
Okay.
day. Yeah.
Okay, you too.
Mm.
Sure.